Alrighty, well, anyway, hello. It has been a very long time. Somehow we're on season 4 of this bullshit Cringe for Music podcast. Wow, after all this time. We got the same old people. We got me, your boy Mike, we got Steven, we got Conley. The gang's all here. Wow.
The great Autismo.
Wowie. So, albums for this episode. We've got See You Again Hollowood by t+pazolite. We got Purgatory by Tyler Childers. And we got Bringer of Pain by Battle Beast. So, as per usual, I'll talk about mine first, I guess. So, I'm pretty sure we've talked about Hardcore Tano C before. We talked about Lauer's album Collapse previously. I don't know if that episode got uploaded or not. That might be a lost one, rip. But long story short, there is a Japanese hardcore electronic indie label called Hardcore Tano C. They do a lot of music for rhythm games and stuff, which is pretty neat. And t+pazolite's no different. He has songs in Waka, Mai, various other games. So yeah, I'm a big fan of his stuff, having played lots of Japanese arcade rhythm games, and that's how I found this dude. There's a song off this album called You Are the Miserable, which is in the mobile game Lanota, which is a very good game that I think you should check out. But yeah, this album, it's kind of like a mix of, there's like some J-pop elements here, there's a lot of electronic elements, there is some extra tone elements to this, which is a thing that members of Hardcore Tano C like to do, where they're like, hey, what if we just set the BPM to 1,000 and have the beat go burr for a bit? And that happens a lot. It's funny. I like it. This album's fucking great. I think Illinois Assorted is a good track on here. You Are the Miserable is good. Like I said, there is a Lauer remix of that track that is also pretty good, I think. Let me go back here. Another song that I think is good. The opening track is pretty good. Chrome Vox, also good. I think front to back, this thing's like pretty solid. It's really fun. There's lots of very fast BPMs where the beat goes burr, which I like. Very good. I like it a lot.
So I'm the one that actually asked you to pick this album last time, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
Because I was talking about the t+pazolite song that I actually really like. You showed me on the way back from Gamers and Geeks that one time. But I like this album. I mean, this is a hardcore artist I can actually listen to because it doesn't feel like I'm getting my head beaten in with a bat every time I put on something. Surprisingly enough. But it's good all around, heavy electronic elements, as expected. It's hardcore, so I mean, I eventually want to play some of these songs on Waka, because I would like to.
Yeah, there's definitely like 3 songs on here that are in the game, for sure.
Yeah, one of the songs that I liked was in the game. I can't remember if it's on this album or not.
I'm pretty sure I showed you me playing You're the Miserable, and that chart's fucking nuts. That one's a lot of fun.
Was that the 15 one?
No, that's not even a t+pazolite song. That's Camellia.
Okay. But
of course it's
overall,
fucking Camellia.
I know nothing about rhythm game artists. But it's good. I mean, I like this album. It's solid.
Just a side note, not a song on this album, but a song that got released to Waka very recently that's by t+pazolite. He has a song on another album called BPM equals retweet, where I guess before he released the song, he made a post on Twitter, and whatever the retweet number was, that's the BPM. Well, the BPM is about 1,300, give or take, so,
Cool.
Jesus.
Well, it's hardcore electronic. You got the electronic part, which I always fucking like, and then you had the hardcore part, and then I like it even more. There's not much more I can fucking say about it. Uh, I kind of wish I had a place near me that had more rhythm games. I think, like, the only games that are close to me is, like, maybe a couple editions of DDR.
Yeah. Where
There's I don't think there's anything else.
you're in like the Pittsburgh area, yeah?
E.
Okay. The closest round one to you would be Erie then. So
There's a
yeah, there's a round one in Erie.
the fuck is it in Erie? I hate whoever made that decision. Okay, well, I guess I gotta go home for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to go there at some point then, because I love this. I love this album and enjoyed
Yeah, I
several
got
songs.
to I got to play. What was that rhythm game we played at Gamers and Geeks, Mike's?
We played Sound Voltex.
So we played Sound Voltex, and then the other one I really like because it had Railgun soundtrack on it. The Cube one.
Oh yeah, that's Jubeat.
Juby. That one was fun, but how the fuck people play it is beyond me.
Yeah.
I commend any of you that can, but I cannot.
It's just so fucking fast. I can't keep up.
See, I have the tisms, and the tisms go, ooh, lights, pretty colors, loud sounds. Okay, and we lost that one. Cool.
Alright, well, if that's all you got about this one, whoever would like to go next?
I mean, we can talk about mine next. Because I think Mike's gonna rip me for this one. Conley, I think you might have liked it, but so I think I've talked about these guys before on podcast when I was talking about Powerwolf or something. There's very few female power metal vocalists, like very few. But I tend to really like female power metal vocals. And hers are really good. She does a couple of songs with Beast in Black that I really like. She gets a lot of her inspiration from Berserk too. Some of the stuff I will admit is a little generic radio rock sounding, and I don't care for it. But some of the other songs off this album I like King for a Day. Oh, what's the other one on this album? I haven't listened to this album straight through in a hot minute. Admittedly. Does this one have? Yes, this one has one of my favorite Battle Beast songs on it, and it is King for a Day and Beyond the Burning Skies. Those are the two I was trying to remember. I'm dumb. But Beyond the Burning Sky has good guitar riffs. I like the whole song. The vocals on it are pretty solid. King for a Day, I feel like, is very political and very politically accurate. But it's just a good song all around. The whole album is solid, save for like those few songs that I mentioned sound like radio rocky, like Bastard Son of Odin is not one of my favorites. It's very repetitive and kind of annoying. But I mean, what did y'all think?
This reminds me of like kind of 80s era metal to a degree.
Yeah.
I'm very much getting Iron Maiden or Judas Priest from this, which not a bad thing. I like those bands every once in a while. It's not really like a style I listen to a lot, but it's definitely one that I enjoy, despite not always, wanting to listen to it, So I guess if you're into this sound, but maybe you want a band that isn't Iron Maiden or Judas Priest, and you want something like this, then check out this album. Maybe it's pretty good. I did not hate this.
Huh. I honestly expected you to rip me apart for this.
I actually, well, I shouldn't say actually. I enjoyed this. It's very much something that I expected Steven to pick. But not in a bad way. I really do enjoy actually the lead singer. Her vocals I honestly think are like really good, and probably one of the more standout pieces of this band is her vocals. I liked the general guitar riffs. Those are, I mean, it's got a lot of the guitar shredding, which, I enjoy. Some people may not be super into it, but I like it. it's a very energy-filled album. But, yeah, I enjoyed it. And I see that you said that the fucking round 1 is in the Mill Creek Mall. Of course they would fucking put something in the goddamn mall the second I leave.
I don't know how long it's been there, but that's where it is.
Yeah, I know. Well, it hasn't been there for a long fucking time. It has not been there for very long, so. But yes, good album.
I'm surprised you both liked it. I expected Conley to like it. I honestly didn't expect you to like it, Mike. Yeah, it does draw a lot of heavy inspiration from like 80s metal.
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of why I like the power metal genre in general. Is a lot of it draws inspiration from like Iron Mask. What's some other ones? Iron Maiden, like
Mhm.
Slayer, stuff like that. I like those types of guitar riffs, vocals, stuff like that. So finding that with female vocals was really cool, and I got really excited.
Yeah.
Um, but you Conley, you have some questions to answer because I liked your album,
Uh-huh.
but what the fuck? Where did this come from?
So I just I decided that maybe this season I'm gonna try and not pick as much metal. Seeing as that's or kind of steering away from rock as much. I know country, is pretty fucking similar to rock. But I've picked a lot of rock and metal, and I just kind of like to, pick something a little bit different. Um so I picked a country album.
See, though, this isn't like regular country. It's outlaw country. It's good
Yes.
country.
Yes,
And I've never heard of this band.
I I if so um I'm not sure if I've mentioned it before, but I'm actually from the South. I'm actually from Texas and have been
Ah,
Oh,
to
you poor soul.
yes, I fucking know. You don't have to tell me about it. I've been to more than my fair share of rodeos and listened to enough stadium country to hate the fuck out of it. Um I don't particularly like stadium country, but I hate pop country even fucking more. Um, however, Childers, however you want to say his name, um, has a definitely goes back to that kind of outlaw country, the kind of country that came before the stadium country, before the fucking pop country. Um, it kind of exemplifies a genre, or like I guess a time frame of country that I don't hate and I actually enjoy.
Yeah.
um, he Tyler Childers, he has, I don't know how to put it. He has a really I really enjoy his voice for this genre. His playing is kind of soothing, but also like very emotional. I love the fucking I love his storytelling in each song too. Um the second song where he says that he wishes he knew how beautiful this person is, or else he wouldn't come to their house high. And I was like, oh, this is good.
He
Um
reminds me a lot of Chris Stapleton,
yeah,
which Chris Stapleton is one of my favorite country musicians. I've talked about him on the podcast recently.
yeah. Yeah. So, um, I'm not the biggest country person, but when you give me outlaw country, I really enjoy it. So,
That makes sense. You liked that album that I picked, so it doesn't
mhm.
surprise me too much. It just threw me for a loop because I'm like, all right, pretty much every week guaranteed, Conley picks a different form of rock.
Yep.
So let's see what he's got. And I put it on. I'm like, what the fuck?
I have two exceptions this season where I am picking two like metal albums, but they're special, but outside of that, everything I'm gonna try and make it not rock.
Fair enough. Just threw me for a loop. I'm
Mhm.
interested to hear how Mike feels about this one.
Mhm.
um. So yeah, this is like the kind of country that I tolerate. It's not pop country, thank fucking god. Um, this isn't country's not really my style. There is a very rare set of like influences that you can pour into country that will make me like want to listen to it and actually enjoy it. Case in point was the
fucking album you picked a
yeah,
while back.
Sound and Fury by I forget it. It's Sturgill Simpson that I picked before.
Yes,
Like
That one was
that one,
Yeah.
that one I like a lot because there's like some rock influences to it, and I thought it was pretty interesting. This though, while I don't hate it, like I said, I just kind of tolerate it. It's okay if it was on in the background. I wouldn't be mad, but like I'm not gonna actively seek this out or anything. It's okay, but
Yeah,
still very much not my kind of thing.
that's fair.
Fair.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I liked it a lot. I like outlaw country in general, but
Yeah, I
I always
specifically look
have.
for. Yeah, I specifically look kind of for that outlaw country kind of thing. If it's outside of that, then I can get kind of iffy.
I mean, honestly, all outlaw country is slow emo.
True.
So,
Yeah, that's fair. You know.
I mean, that's probably
Mm,
why we like it, the alternative.
I was about to fucking say it. Yep.
I hate that that's accurate.
Yep. Uh huh.
But I don't know. It's just like these two albums I really liked. Mike's I liked. I liked them all for different reasons this week, and I
hmm
think I'm gonna pick something a little different next week.
I think I gave you guys a scare. I will choose one of the metal albums I was going to pick. Oh, also, I think are we done?
Oh yeah, we're done talking about albums, but I have
Yeah.
quite a lot of
Ah,
records
yes.
for
The
the
records.
vinyl update, and I actually have a concert to talk about. So we
I was
can
gonna say, yeah.
we can pick albums after that. So
Okay.
I have a movie to talk about.
Ooh, I also
oh,
have a concert.
interesting. Okay. So, given that some time has passed since last season wrapped up, I've amassed quite a few records in the time since then. So I'll just go through them. I picked up Cynic's Kindly Bid to Free Us. Uh, I I think that there's like some flack that this album gets, but I honestly think it's pretty good. Like back to back, I think it's solid. It's definitely not Traced in Air or the first album, but I like this one. It's pretty cool. The gatefold there is pretty interesting, and the vinyl on this one is piss yellow, so very cool.
It's yellow.
I also got MF Doom's Food. Very, very, very good album, front to back. Very solid. Love this thing. The art all over this is also really fucking cool.
It's cool.
So yeah, very cool to have this. And that's not the only Doom album that I have in here. I completely forgot to grab the other one, so I'll be right back. Hold on.
Jesus. Steven, you said you liked Berserk, right?
Yes, I
Well,
love Berserk.
yeah. I like was an understatement, I should say. Okay, cool. Have you ever heard of the
I
band?
love
Yeah.
Berserk.
Have you
Okay.
heard of the band called Brand of Sacrifice?
Yes, I have.
Cool. Just wanted to know.
No, if it exists and is associated with Berserk, odds are I've heard it.
Got it.
That's how I found Battle Beast and
Oh,
Beast in
really?
Black. Yeah,
Huh.
no, I was scrolling through like a random metal feed, and I, out of the corner of my eye, I happened to catch a glimpse of a band name, and it said Beast in Black, and I was like, "Hold up, yo, that's Guts' nickname from the Elves. What is this?" And I look at it, and I start listening, and I'm like, oh, "It's power metal." And then
That
it
is
quickly became my one of my favorite bands. I still think my favorite is unfortunately a dead band from the 80s and 90s called Luca Terrillia. I've talked about them before on the podcast. They're the ones that do Legend of Steel, one of my favorite songs of all time. Did I pick that album?
I don't think you did.
I don't think so.
Yo, I know what we're listening to next week. I know I've talked about Luca Terrillia before. I haven't talked about this song, I'm pretty sure.
Don't think you have.
Or the album this song is from, because it is legitimately my favorite song ever.
Anywho,
What was the album? Yeah.
other Doom album that I got is Danger Doom. Danger Mouse, MF Doom, lots of Adult Swim like skits in this, which are like kind of hit or miss. Sofa King is a very good song off this album. I think
so fucking retarded.
I think the packaging for this is cool because it's like these Rorschach test things, and you can just swap out the cover.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really
that's cool.
It's really cool.
That is cool.
Also, Killer Mike's rap music. This got a reissue very recently. This is the last solo album he did before Run the Jewels. It features LP on production, and I'm pretty sure he's on he's on a song on this album. Butane, that song. Very good album, front to back. Check it out. Very good. I also got Blades Ever Since. This one. Nice. So they finally decided to press Blade's entire discography to vinyl, but they're doing it in kind of like waves. So they're doing, they did Glue, Ever Since, and Red Light in this first kind of wave, and those sold out in like 15 minutes. So I had to buy this secondhand on Discogs. Surprisingly, didn't pay nearly as much as I thought I was going to, but it's very cool to have this. It is a very nice blue color. Yeah, this is like my favorite Blade album. It's the album that got me into him, so it's very, very cool to have this. And then also, I got Between the Buried and Me's Coma Ecliptic. They've kind of been doing reissues of all their albums for their respective anniversaries. This album is also pretty solid, I think. The artwork on it is interesting. As with a lot of their stuff, this is another concept album. It focuses on dreams. And I think the colors on this are, like, really weird. They're, like, shit. I want to say they're shit brown. It is indeed shit brown. But there's, like, marbling in it, which is cool.
I actually picked an album before the end of the podcast for once. Be proud of me.
Oh, holy shit.
Hold on, I have to put this back. Oh yeah, there's a poster in here too. Wow.
Fucking nice.
I'm maybe not gonna be able to put this back in.
Yep.
Hold on.
I just hate that shit.
I do.
That's how I felt whenever I pulled out the City of Evil poster.
Get the fuck in there, you piece of shit.
It's like impossible to get album posters back in the cases.
Alright, there we go. I had to put it in sideways. We'll see the deal. So yeah, that's all the albums that I bought. I have a crippling addiction to buying vinyl records. Every time I step into the record store, I'm like, I'm just here to look, and then I step out and I've spent $130, and I'm like, I will never financially recover from this.
That's a mood. Do either of y'all like Marvel?
Yeah, I guess.
Y'all should watch Thor: Love and Thunder.
I did. I saw it yesterday.
It was so fucking good.
It was alright. It was okay.
I liked it. I
didn't think it was bad. I just thought, yep, it's a Marvel movie.
It's a Thor movie, though, and it's wholesome and cute.
It was okay.
And also, like, badass.
It was okay.
Also, no, that's a big spoiler. I can't say that.
Just don't talk about the movie, because the entire, like, hour and a half is spoilers. Well, the last like 45 minutes is spoilers. Just shush.
You're not wrong. I mean, the first 5 minutes of the movie is also a spoiler if I talk about that, because that opens up a big MCU thing.
Yeah. I will say Christian Bale is the villain, and I think he did a very good job.
Okay.
I think so too. Have you seen any of the trailers, Conley?
I have not actually. No.
You should watch them. They're really good. Also, Guns N' Roses is on the soundtrack. So you would like it. Quite a lot, actually.
I tend to stay away from from trailers, because especially if I think they're going to spoil anything, because there's so many times that I watch a trailer, I'm like, oh man, this movie looks awesome. Like quarter of the way through the trailer, this person's back. Well, fucking thanks for ruining that surprise.
I mean, then don't watch the trailer, because if you're familiar with the comics, the villain of this one is, let's just say prominent.
Okay.
And when I say prominent, I mean I'm not going to say anything. Very, very prominent. I'll put it
Okay.
that way.
Okay. Bet. I need to
But
watch
you will. This one is going to be one of the few movies in the new phase that's like you have to actually watch it to understand the story.
it. Oh, okay.
I can already tell you that if you miss this movie, you will not understand the rest of Phase 4.
Yeah, well, I'm okay with it. I'll watch it.
All right. Anyway, if I can put this fucking back in the plastic, I have a concert to talk about. Jesus fucking Christ.
You
So I got
fucking
so
machismo.
anyway, I got to see Pussifer, which was very fucking cool.
Yeah.
In case you're unfamiliar, Maynard James Keenan of Tool has a
Mhm.
couple of other bands that he's involved with. A Perfect Circle, and then he has his side project Pussifer, where he was for a while like the only permanent member, but then he brought on some like people that he frequently collaborated with as members. So I've seen two of his bands live. So with Tool,
Oh, yeah.
he's kind of
Perfect Circle.
more in the back, doesn't really interact with the audience,
That's
kind of like lets the music and the visuals take center stage here. I think the best way to put it that I saw was Tool is an experience, A Perfect Circle is a concert, Pussifer is a show, and that very much makes sense because there's a lot of costume changes, wacky shit going on stage. I'll just kind of do my best to summarize here. So their recent album that they're touring with, Existential Reckoning, is kind of themed around aliens and conspiracy theories. So the entire band is dressed up as like secret agents that are like a branch of TMZ or something called Pussiforce.
Oh god.
And
Okay.
so Maynard is a guy named Special Agent Dick Merkin. Good joke.
Oh my god.
All of this just sounds like a bad 4chan tag, like Pussiforce.
They come out on stage and they've got these. First of all, they opened up the set by playing a video of Special Agent Dick Merkin talking about how great spam is, but like what is spam made of exactly, right? It's made out of people, but not just any people. If you record our concert, we will drag you off stage and you will be turned into spam. That's what spam is made out of. Anyway, don't record the show. And then they go into the first song, right? And there's these special agent guys, some Agent 47 looking ass dudes that start walking around the stage with these scanners while they're playing. And they're just stopping at the band, stopping at people in the front. And there's a guy that emerges in the very front row at some point that is dressed up as one of Maynard's previous characters from another album, who is very blatantly recording with his phone and jumping around and just making an ass out of himself. Well, the agents spot this guy and start pointing at him. The song ends. Everyone else is pointing at this guy, and they just start chanting, spam, spam, spam. And then the guy gets hoisted away and dragged off stage and to presumably be turned into spam, ripperoni. So you had that going on.
People.
You had that going on. And periodically, like in between songs, there would be kind of more of these videos featuring Maynard's character where he kind of has this pegboard behind him. You know that one screenshot of Always Sunny with fucking Charlie and he looks really fucking crazy-eyed and he's pointing at a pegboard? You know exactly which one I'm talking about. Okay, imagine that. But the conspiracy here is that all celebrities are failed clones of each other. And he shows examples of this. I think I want to say that these are on YouTube, on their YouTube channel somewhere. I can't even like begin to explain any of this bit to you because it's fucking bananas. But that's a thing that happened. They did an intermission at some point near the end that I thought was really fucking cool. They had like different kind of video projections and shit going on. And I forget what fucking song it is, but there's like an AI voice in the background doing some of the background vocals, and during that song, they had like the projection of this like female AI with the lyrics popping up on the screen as like a terminal thing that I thought was really cool. So during the intermission, they had this exact same AI lady, but she's in color this time instead of, green, black, whatever. And it's like a 7-minute intermission. So it's like it's like a TV where you had 7 in the top right, and then it would cut to the AI just kind of staring in the distance, and then it would count down to 6, and she'd be like 6 minutes remaining, and then like her entire head would distort and shit, and then it would just go back to staring in the distance. So that I thought that was really cool. And then when the whole band comes back, Maynard is dressed as a different character from an older album, Conditions of My Parole. I believe this character's name is Billy D. He's kind of this hillbilly rocker guy that's wearing a suit, and he's got a mullet, and he's coming out, and he's got like a whiskey glass, and he's spouting off some shit about, I don't know, something in the 5G, and he walks up to the bassist, and he's like, who the fuck are you? Something 5G. Anyway, we'll get back to that later. I want a fucking drink. Where can I find a bar around here? And they start the song, and then these aliens come out on stage and are just kind of lurking around, and one of them has a bottle of what I think was Maker's Mark or something, and pours Maynard a drink, and they carry on with the show, and it was something. It was a lot of crazy shit going on, lots of vibing, very cool, good show. I would say go see them if you have the chance, but they just wrapped up their West Coast tour, and they're doing a part 2 where they're doing East Coast, so you might still have a chance to catch them. I definitely recommend it if they're coming near you. Good show. Anyway, that's the end of my long-winded rambling. I'm sorry, I talked too much. Anyway, Steven, you had something that you wanted to talk about.
I just wanted to talk about the movie, but I don't want to spoil anything. Basically, Thor: Love and Thunder is a really good movie, and you will not be able to understand anything happening in Phase 4 if you don't watch it.
Got it.
We'll see.
No, I mean so you know the thing. The thing that they used to do the thing.
You got to be slightly more specific than that. There's a lot of things. There's a thing that summoned the things that did things, and then the guy.
That's what I'm talking about. The thing that the guy has.
Okay. Yes.
So basically, that thing is the same thing that made the other things in Spider-Man.
What? Which Spider-Man?
All of them. You know everyone's favorite anti-hero, Venom?
What?
Oh, they're symbiotes?
I thought...
Well, yes. There's one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's hard to say anything about it without spoiling it.
Yeah, I got it. You're good. If it's symbiotes, I can't fucking wait. I love the symbiote storylines.
Okay, I hope this isn't too spoilery, but I hope the weird mystery creatures that I thought were just mystery blackness creatures, they're actually symbiotes.
Well, yes. They are a part of one.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
That thing that he had, Michael, that's what that was.
Okay. I'll just look at the Marvel Wiki later.
It's, I'll message you what it's called real quick. Hold on, and we'll see if you recognize the name, Mike.
I know what the thing is called, and if we're talking about the same thing, I still don't understand, but I'll just look at the Marvel Wiki.
Well, you're gonna need what its actual name is.
Oh, that's just the nickname, not the actual name. Okay.
No, the real name is that.
I think I found it. I understand less.
That's why there's more than one of those.
Okay.
But yeah, without spoiling anything, Conley, you're gonna love that movie, and you'll know immediately what I'm talking about when you see it if you're familiar with any of the symbiote lore.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm literally...
Spider-Man's my favorite one, so I know a little bit. I know a decent amount of the symbiotes.
I'm literally looking at the first paragraph on the Marvel Wiki. Okay.
Yeah, now
I see.
you get it. Yeah, that's why that thing
Uh-oh.
happens to the thing. You know,
That I don't know.
with the stuff and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, moral of the story: watch Thor: Love and Thunder, because the introduction of that means that we have some new players in the game that a certain well-loathed company within the fandom controls.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But with that being introduced, there's a lot more possibilities. So,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
that's all I had to talk about.
Lore.
yeah. I went to go see a concert with a deathcore concert by myself. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Who'd you go see?
Let's see, Lorna Shore,
Okay,
Signs of the Swarm,
cool.
uh,
Scion of the Swarm's pretty good.
Shadow of Intent.
That's okay. That's actually a pretty cool roster.
Yeah, Conifex, and,
Bro, what the hell?
yeah, and Suicide Silence.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was like the Tour of Carnage or something. It
How
was
much was that fucking ticket?
like $50 maybe. It
That's
was
honestly not that bad.
no, and it was a really fucking good show. My God. It was so much fucking fun. Oh, and Upon a Burning Body. It was a little bit more metalcore. Yes, a lot of fucking fun. I also like they all put on a really good like they Mike, whenever you were saying like the show, like the music and the concert, I definitely feel that because when I went to the who I've seen put on the best show is either is I'd say it'd have to be Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie puts on a
Rob Zombie's
Uh,
really good.
he
he puts
he
on a
he's
amazing show.
he's touring right now. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's coming here, and I was thinking about it.
It's a really good show. Like, even if you're not the biggest fan, like, I mean, Rob fucking Zombie, but I mean, even if his music isn't your favorite, his show is good. I remember, I think it was his lead guitarist at some point stopped playing and then played the national, excuse me, the national anthem on his guitar with his tongue,
What the fuck?
and it was fucking amazing.
Uh, hold on. I need to see who he's touring with. Because I think whatever band he's touring with, I don't care for. Oh, he's touring with Mudvayne, Static X, and Powerman 5000.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Actually, speaking of concerts and shit, I have one coming up in a couple of weeks. Thundercat is coming here, and
Oh, yes.
I'm
Yeah.
very, very excited for that. Actually, no, it's next month, not in a couple weeks. Well, 3 weeks, whatever, close enough. But yeah, very, very excited for that.
Think Thundercat's also coming here, but fuck, someone else is gonna come to Pittsburgh in November, but Cattle Decapitation's coming with them, and they
Yeah.
were like the only person I was excited for. I was like, fuck yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh yeah. Amon Amarth just announced a
Oh,
tour,
yes, yeah,
and
yeah,
Cattle
yeah.
Decapitation's coming with them. I'm
Fucking-
definitely
yes,
going to that.
I'm so excited for Amon Amarth and Cattle. I'm so happy.
That
Yes,
should.
they're coming. They're coming in November for me.
I think it's December for me.
Ah, yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
sweet.
yeah. Oh, wait. Actually, yeah, Thundercat will be here this Thursday.
Oh, cool.
Fuck. Maybe I'm not going to that show.
Uh, let me see if the tour's already started, because I don't know what the first date is. Let me see if anyone's posted his set list yet. They have.
Oh, Sabaton's gonna be here in October.
This is from like a festival, so that doesn't count. Festival set
Oh,
lists are usually shorter. Okay,
yeah,
so
they're really short.
that doesn't tell me anything.
And Turnstile's gonna come back.
What else do I have coming up? I think Gorillas are coming here. Kendrick is coming here too. Near the end of the year. Those tickets are gonna be expensive, and I have to pray that they don't sell out because it's looking like they might. So I gotta get those as soon as I can. Lots of cool shit coming up.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff.
Anyway, I don't have anything else. If y'all don't have anything else, I guess we can pick albums and wrap up.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have mine. I've decided. Oh, Steven's already picked his. Right, I forgot. Yes, I'm gonna pick Brand of Sacrifice, their album from 2021, Lifeblood.
Okay.
Oh, yo. Hell yeah.
I have been I've been listening to a lot of deathcore recently, and Brand of Sacrifice has been my recent obsession.
Do I want to
So,
hold on?
They did a
so
song.
the
Yeah.
album I picked, I'll
Yeah.
be honest with you, if y'all rip it apart, I'm gonna be really sad.
Who
No,
is?
I mean, give your honest opinions, but I'm gonna be really sad. This is my favorite album from my favorite band of all time, Luca Turillia. To give you a brief idea of what you're in for without spoiling too much, the dude used to be an orchestra director, stopped directing orchestra music because metal was what was in, and basically created the power metal genre as a whole.
Okay.
You, I think you'll like it.
Probably. If it is metal, period, I'll probably like it. There isn't many different metal genres that I don't like.
This type of music, this specific album, makes me want to grab an axe, go out, and fight God in single combat.
Fucking bet.
Especially Legend of Steel. Like, I could gush about this album for hours, but it's a good album.
Bet. Okay.
I don't know what I want to give y'all. Like, do I just want to keep, like, I want to pick a different genre, but what I've been listening to recently is just what I picked this week, and I want to give you another album of that. But that's boring. I want to pick something else. It doesn't help that I've, like, lost most of my digital music library, and I've had to rebuild it, so I don't even have all the shit I used to have.
Mike, do you know what band Thundercat used to be in as a bassist?
I want to say suicidal tendencies.
Yes, that was yes. Okay, that one was it. I was trying to remember. I was like, I know he was a fucking bass player for like a metal band. I was like, who the fuck was it?
Yeah, pretty sure it was them.
Yeah, because I like didn't realize because I only really heard more of his like R&B stuff and hadn't like realized that the man had been doing like a lot of other music way beforehand.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to dig real deep into this. Let me go through the last thing I listened to in Apple Music. Is song history a thing on here? I don't think it is. What did I add to my song library recently? VTuber background music. That doesn't help.
Oh yeah.
I added like the album of background music that Lord Athelstan made for Iron Mouse to my library, and that doesn't help. I'm like genuinely at the point where I can't like I'm running out of shit to pick.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, before we listened to it, I didn't listen to that Tyler Childers album. I picked it so we could listen to it.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing lately because I'm running out of shit.
Yeah, I ran out of. Well, I mean, I have albums I could like talk about, but like I'd rather talk about something else.
And like I don't want to pick the same band that I've already talked about.
I mean, I don't want to pick the same metalcore album over and over.
All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna pick fucking Extreme by Usao because I can't think of anything else. The album cover is sus. Don't worry about it. Muscle Lady. You'll see what I mean in a second. Hold on. I think this is the link. Yep, and then I will do this, and then there you go.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Well, that's albums picked for next time, whenever that may be. We'll figure that out when the next episode is gonna be. But I don't know when this episode is gonna go up. As I said at the beginning, I still have like 2 other episodes I need to upload, and I'm a forehead and have not uploaded them yet. Even though I want to, I just haven't done it. Eventually, it'll happen eventually. That's all I can tell you. So yeah, that's all I got. Catch y'all next time.